What's up, guys? Collector B here. Happy Sunday. We are back with more toys. For all of you who are new, please like, comment, and
subscribe.
And for all of you who keep coming back, you are amazing. So, last week, if you joined us, we did the big Batwing, which was super awesome. This week, we walked into Target and we actually found stuff. It's a miracle, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a miracle. So we've got some new Pokemon Selects, which are super awesome. I'm really excited for these. And then I've been looking for these for, I know some of you guys have probably already seen people open these, but this is the first time I have found them. Well, not true. I found this guy a little bit ago, but we finally found False God Superman. Super excited. So we're going to pop those open for you up as well. So, I said that really weird, didn't I?
Did.
So, here we go. We're going to start with some Pokemon. So, yeah. So, Pokemon Select. Love this line. If you guys have been watching my channel, I have all of these except for one, which is Samurott, which, screw Samurott, I'm not a fan. We did get Ceruledge a while ago. I honestly forgot I had him, and I saw these new ones yesterday and was like, oh, cool. So, as you can see on the back of the box, Ceruledge, Golisopod, however the heck you say it, and Zeraora, however the heck you say that one too. And then, of course, Rayquaza. Rayquaza being... well, that had to be like one of the first 4, right? Rayquaza, maybe one of the first 8. I got him a long time ago, though. So, kind of weird that he's on there. But that does conclude everybody on the back of the box. So, we'll have to see what comes out next. We're still waiting for Lugia and Ho-Ho. I would really like those 2 to come out. But, boom, here we go. So, like I said, found Ceruledge quite a while ago. And again, if I'm butchering their names, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, but I don't go see how you say their names. So these newer ones, it is what it is. So me and my wife call it Ceruledge. It's probably Ceruledge or something. I don't know. But it's all good. So we're going to pop him open and see how he is. Bang. So again... just like all the other ones, if you have watched, they do come with this stand, which is pretty decent. I've only had a few of these guys. I kind of almost said it kind of funny. Only had a few of these stands not really work for me. I was going to say, never mind. We're just not even going to get into that. But there's the stand. They taped the bottom. Okay, and he is zip tied in. These are Target exclusives. At one point, I've talked about this multiple times. At one point, you could find them at Walmarts and stuff, and we still till this day see the Charizard, which was the very first one at Walmart. But that's not the only one. So most of these are Target exclusives now. Oh, he's actually really cool. So most of them you're not going to need the stand for. This guy you're going to need the stand for. There's no way he's going to stand because his legs are like just pegs. So we will put the stand in and show you what we got. So he looks really cool. He's actually really skinny. But what's really cool about this, I'm curious if they will come out with Armor. Is it Armor Rouge? Is that the one you had? Because there's 2 different types of this Pokemon, depending on if you got Scarlet or if you got Violet. I got Violet, so I had Ceruledge here. The wife got Scarlet, so she had Armor Rouge, or however the heck you say it. So I know it's kind of hard to show him on the stand. I'll take him off and we'll go over articulation. But he does look cool. I was always a really big fan of him when he came out, just because he just looks really, really cool. Charcadet, right? That's the first one, Charcadet. So really, really cool looking. But as you can see, like I said, I mean, you could probably get him to stand, but because those feet are, like, there's no feet. It's just pegs. So, as far as articulation, he actually does have a thigh swivel and the knee joints there, but it's not like a double knee joint, so you're kind of limited. That's about what you can do with his legs. So if you wanted him on his knees, I guess, but they don't go forward at all, really. So the arms, kind of like Greninja's arms, they are really skinny, so be careful. You do have motion all the way around, which is good, but there is no like bicep swivel, so you're limited to just kind of this. As you can see, there's a mark on his sword hand there. Nothing crazy. They actually all looked pretty good this time. Sometimes we go find these and there's a lot of dings and missed paint on them. Does not really have an ab crunch either. This whole thing just moves together. His head does have decent movement, and like you can tell the arms just kind of move with him too, because it's like all one thing. I really like the head. The head is really cool looking. Like, and you can see the back. He looks really cool. I just think his whole design is really awesome. So definitely had to get him. He's actually one of the smaller ones of these two, I believe, which is kind of cool, because I'll have more room, but kind of a bummer. I did want to have him like standing, you know, like, but you can't get his arms in that position. So, I mean, he is really cool. He's definitely kind of limited, but he does look awesome. But you're definitely, there's the hole, by the way. It's not in his butt, which most of them are in their butts. So, but you definitely are going to have to use him on the stand. But he looks really cool, though. I actually really like it. What do you think? I just hate how all this moves together, because you can't really move his head without moving everything. So there's that one. That one's older than these two. I haven't seen these two. Walked into Target yesterday and we found Zeraora first, which he's a legendary. I have one on one of my games. I've never really played with him. He is pretty cool. The wife seems to pull him in every Pokemon card game we decide to buy that he is in. The wife pulls it, definitely. I mean, we've got a bunch of his SARs or whatever they are. So boom, but there he is. Saw him and I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. I actually totally forgot that it was him and Golisopod, or again, that's how I say his name. I'm sure I'm just absolutely destroying it. But I totally forgot it was both of them. And when we first got there, we only saw him, He was the only one in the Pokemon section. Oh my goodness, we have to talk about something else Pokemon. Don't let me forget. You know what I'm talking about. Something I really wanted to buy, but I couldn't. But he was the only one in the Pokemon section. But then we were walking around Target, and they actually had like an end cap that had a bunch of new Mega Block Pokemon Legos. Mega Blocks, because they're not Legos. And then they had a couple of these and some of the other smaller figures, and then they had Golisopod over here. But we'll talk about that after we open Golisopod. Just don't let me forget. So we do get a stand again. So we'll see if we need a stand for this guy. We probably will, because I think his feet are rounded. But we shall see. Okay. And he's zip tied in too. Again, my only real complaint about... That's weird. About these Pokemon Selects. One, they are just absolutely fantastic for the price. I mean, they're 20 bucks a piece. But my only real complaint is it would be cool if they came with like some effects. It would be really awesome. But that would probably raise the price, and you know, for $20, this this size of a articulated Pokemon figure is actually really awesome. See, he looks pretty cool. Sorry. I'm just excited. His arms are super skinny too, so he doesn't have rounded feet. So we'll see if we can. I'm probably just going to put him on the stand, but hey. He does stand somewhat pretty good. So He looks really good too. As you can see, his arms are super skinny, like I said, but his paws are massive, which is really cool. Paint on this one looks really good as well. I don't think the tail is articulated, which is kind of a bummer. You might be able to move it around, but we'll find out. Yeah, see, he doesn't want to stand all that great by himself. He has Lucario's legs. I think they're the exact same ones.
Looks like it.
But he is really cool as well. The tail looks really good, but I don't think it's articulated. Kind of a bummer. There he is. Zeraora. So, we'll look at this here. Okay, so his legs do go out. They're better than Ceruledge's, but he does not have any thigh swivel. And same thing with the knee. It's not really even a knee joint. This is all the movement you're going to get out of these feet, or his legs. Now, his feet do have joints in them, so you can point them straight out. But, yeah, his leg won't even go forward. So, same thing. They can't really walk away. So, if they turn into small soldiers, you're okay. That was stupid. As you see, this is where it scares me. You see how thin that is? So, I don't think this is really going to have that much movement. Oh, Lord. Yeah, there's not... I mean, I just feel like it's going to snap if I do. So, I think this is what you got here, is this and this. I mean, it looks like you should be able to get that arm all the way down, but both of mine do not want to do it, and I feel like they're going to snap, so we're just going to leave it alone. So pretty much you've got this movement, kind of a wrist joint, and the fingers look like they're articulated. They are articulated, so you can move those fingers barely. I mean, it's kind of cool that they did that, but so not much there. Ab crunch, he actually does kind of have an ab crunch more than Ceruledge there, and also his head doesn't want to go all the way around, but you do have some better movement with his head and side to side with him as well. So I do like that the fingers are kind of articulated. That is pretty cool, but kind of a bummer. The tail is not articulated, which is kind of a bummer too. I really wish they would have done the joints in there like they did with Rayquaza. That would have been pretty cool. But God, that arm feels like it's gonna snap. Definitely be careful. We'll put him on the stand. That's probably how I'd have him. And that's how he looks next to Ceruledge. Those two actually look pretty cool together because they're pretty much, like, pretty close to the same, like, size. But definitely, these two are probably going to have to be on stands. I could probably get Zeraora standing without a stand, but it's kind of a pain. So, he looks cool, though. I do really like that. The arms are my least favorite part, though. I really like his paws, but... yeah, kind of a bummer. And again, some lightning effects would have been really cool. But, boom, this was the one that I was just like, oh, crap, this is dope. So, Golisopod, in Japanese, samurai. It's almost like samurai, you know? So, story with Golisopod, he was definitely in my first team. I don't remember what gen he was. If he was... no, I think he was, what's the one we played before Scarlet Violet that you just got done with a little bit ago? Sword and Shield. I think he's Sword and Shield era, and I definitely was like, oh, I'm playing with him. He's really cool. He's kind of fun. He's actually a pretty decent Pokemon in the games if you know how to use him well. He has definitely messed me up in online battling quite a bit, but he's really cool, and he just looks huge, which I don't really know what we're gonna do with him. But like I said, we did turn the corner, and there was an end cap, and they had what, like 4 or 5 of him and Zeraora. Ceruledge, you're gonna have to go see if you can find it. I haven't seen him in a while, but he kind of came out by himself a while ago, probably what, like 2 months ago, maybe. If you watch my channel, these Pokemon figures just kind of come out. Like, I'm sure there's really an actual place where you can follow and find out who's coming out and everything, but kind of we kind of just left it alone, and it's just been kind of a surprise every time we go to Target, and it's like, oh, look, you don't have that one, right? Yeah. Yep. And the wife is getting into Pokemon. Well, she's not into Pokemon, but I did get her to start playing Pokemon. Which, if you guys have a girlfriend, a boyfriend that doesn't, isn't into Pokemon, and you finally get them to kind of be into Pokemon, it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. You know, she does like the cards now, stuff like that. So, really awesome. Ain't it? Ain't it? Okay, she's just not going to answer. All right, let's pop out Golisopod. I think he's going to need the stand, too. I forgot how small his legs were. Do you know what type he is?
Steel bug.
No.
I don't know.
He's actually water bug.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry. See, and they made his tentacles articulated. Isn't that cool? So, I'm sorry. This guy's cool. So, I don't think you're going to be able to get him to stand. This sucks, though. That's where the placement of the stand is. Kind of a bummer, but let's do this so you can see him. Oh my goodness, he's heavy for the stand too. You can see, huh? Do you need me to lift him up?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
Just
Well, the stand broke, so not broke, but so there he is. He is beastly. Like, he is pretty heavy. He's very bulky. It's really just this whole headpiece, which is really cool. He's really cool design because, like, when he starts out as I don't even remember what his first evolution is, but it's basically his head, and then he grows all this later. Definitely gonna have to use the stand for this one, though. You can maybe get him to stand, but as you can see, his little ankle boots there are pretty small. He looks fantastic, though. You just turned him at me, and he just looks mean, and just like he's just gonna pinch you, you know? No.
Oh, yeah.
You don't like him? I think he looks really cool. They really choose at random who the heck they want to make for these Pokemon Selects, though. I'm really dying for a Snorlax. It'd be really cool if they would do Snorlax. But he is really awesome looking. Let's check out articulation here. So his whole legs... Let me move his arm. His whole legs do move. There's just nothing. There's no thigh swivel or anything. And what's really weird... I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. The joint goes out for his legs. At least that one does. That one does too. You might be able to turn it. But that's the leg movement. So you can go backwards, but nothing crazy. Ab crunch, he can just go up and down. Nothing crazy. His arms. So there's no joint in the arm minus rotation. You can kind of go up and down with it. There is the joint in the wrist a little bit, but that's it. There's no like bicep swivel or anything. But his arms do have good movements. They can at least go up. They can go forward. They can go back. So not bad there. These little things are articulated, which is really cool. So you do have movement here, and there is the joint there to bend them. So that's really awesome. I love that they do little things like that because that just makes it so much better that you can move these around, which is awesome. And then obviously his head, I mean, that's what you get because his head is pretty much his whole body. The mouth does not open, which is fine. But yeah, he's really cool looking. I do really, really like this one. This is probably one of my favorites that they have come out with in a while, just because he's got like cool articulation with everything. So bang, and there you can see him next to those two, how much beefier he is there. These three actually look really cool, though. They do a really, really good job. They are by far my favorite Pokemon toys. I don't really buy any of the small ones anymore because I like these selects so much. I get they're huge, so like if you wanted to scale a Pokemon with like a figure, you're gonna have to get those smaller ones. But really, really cool. Which one's your favorite?
Probably Ceruledge.
Ceruledge. This Golisopod is really cool. These are also non-articulated, but you can move them around if you really wanted to. But it's cool. Zeraora is really awesome too. So, boom. So again, all of these two for sure are at Target right now because they're brand new. Ceruledge was the last one that came out before them, so you still could probably find him at Target, but only Target. That's it. See, so only Target. Only. Which, okay, so before we get into these DC figures, I have two things to say about Pokemon here. Alright, so first of all, while we were looking for these, we did find the Mega Blocks. I'm going to pop it in here. Right here. The Mega Blocks Ash and Pikachu set. It looks so awesome. It's really cool. He comes with a potion. He comes with his championship. He comes with a Pokeball. You can flip his hat backwards. Pikachu has different faces. Ash has different faces. It's really awesome. It's $130, right? It was $130.
Mm-hmm.
They had probably 10 of them at our Target, which they're really, really, really cool. I was so close to pulling the trigger, but we found all this other stuff I decided to grab. One thing I will say about Mega Blocks, we did buy the Pokeball of it, and the wife and I built it, and it did not stay together very well. So I don't collect a lot of any of the Mega Block Pokemon because, I don't know, they're not Legos, okay? But this thing is really, really cool. So if you guys see that, and if you guys get it and build it, please send me pictures on the Instagram. I still might get it. We'll see. Not going to get it this week, though. So look out for that. Second, if you collect cards, Prismatic Evolutions, man. How terrible, right? Wife and I went to a couple Walmarts when it first came out, went to a Target. Nothing. Still haven't seen anything in our area. Well, sorry, let's rephrase that. We saw some on Wednesday before it was supposed to come out, and I'm pretty sure the card dealer has buddies and scalps them gives them to his buddies to scalp, because we saw some binders that weren't put out yet. They were gone by the time we went back. So I'm pretty much that card guy next time I see him. But yeah, it's been terrible. We went to GameStop. GameStop didn't have them. I mean, so we'll see. My buddy did find me a binder set, so we will have that. So that's really cool. But it's been terrible trying to find those Prismatic Evolutions. All I would say is don't pay those scalper prices. Wait, they will release them again. You'll find stuff. I believe in February some more are coming. End of January more are coming. So just hang in there, okay? Hang in there.
Patience is a virtue.
It really is. Which brings us to these guys, which patience is a virtue. Okay, so if you guys watched my channel, you saw us do the regular version of the Armored Batman, which I got off Amazon. Funny story, I actually still have not seen the regular Armored Batman. No, we did.
Yeah, we did.
At Walmart when we found this. So we ended up finding this one at Walmart a little bit ago. They had one of him, one of the regular Armored Batman, about 6 Nightmare Batmans, and they didn't even have Wonder Woman, did they? Did they have Wonder Woman?
No.
Maybe they did.
I don't know.
But, so I had to grab it, but as you can see, the box is all beat up, which, whatever, but I did want to keep one in box. So we found one yesterday at Target that's clean. That's the one I'm keeping in box. But we did not see False God Superman with this guy, and so we have been that's pretty much all I've been looking for, is the False God Superman and another good Platinum Batman, Armored Batman, to keep in box. Nothing. My Target's been bare, like I said. Been really, really bare since
beginning of December.
Probably, right? And so again, stand-in card. Exact same stand-in card that came with the regular one. So nothing crazy. But yeah, been really bare since about December. And then finally we found these. And they also did have Orion and I think it's Wildcat, but I don't remember. But I'm not really interested in those two. But they did have them at my Target, and I know some of you guys are looking for them. So my Walmarts, though, are just all Hal Jordan Green Lantern. About 50 of them everywhere. So I believe these are the exact same hands that come with the regular one, because I literally just picked them up off my floor the other day. So I'm almost positive they are. This one, again, there's only differences between this one and the regular one is this one does come with that spear that came with the 2-pack Doomsday Superman that you guys saw me put with mine. And he's actually up. I should have put him up, but whatever. So you do get this bent spear again with this one. I mean, look at that thing. And then the only other difference in this one is he does have the green, like, hue. Does she have a pinkish hue? If you guys know what that is from, let me know. Maybe we'll give you a giveaway. He does have a green, like, hue, green, just, like, almost cell shading, kind of. Not really cell shading, but on him, which is kind of hard to see, but you can really see it, like, if you turn it this way and turn it this way. I know a lot of people don't like it. I think it is actually really cool. We're not going to spend too much time on this guy because he is actually exactly the same, but you can tell, you can see it that way. You can see the green on there because it's supposed to be off of the spear.
You can't even see it. I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
when you turn it that way, though, you can, like,
no,
really
I mean, you
tell.
can really see
it's
it.
like that, and then it's just like, oh, wow, yeah. So I honestly didn't notice that when they released it, and then I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. So I do like it. Otherwise, it's the same figure. The cape is the same. Again, the only difference is the spear that comes with it. And then obviously, like I said, that green hue there, which is really cool. I still do need to find me the 2-pack with the Nightmare Batman and the Armored Batman, because that one has the damaged head and comes with a bunch of guns and stuff like that. But I didn't get to pre-order that one, so unfortunately. So yeah, so this is, again, I'm not gonna, if you guys really want to check out articulation on this guy and everything, one, it's Mcfarlane, so you guys know. I did this last time, and you're like, why'd you stick it right there? And yeah.
Shouldn't it be in his other hand?
Why?
Well, because the green.
Oh!
Yeah. Why does he have green on him?
He fell into, has ooze on him. He's turning into a Ninja Turtle. But yeah, if you guys really want to go look at the art, this spear sucks, man. If you want to go see the articulation, go look at my last video. Has the original one on there. They are going to be exactly the same.
It's technically not his last video, but...
Okay, sorry. You'll have to go all the way back to 2024, folks. It was one of my last videos.
Your last video was about...
One of my last videos. All right, screw it. We're not putting this spear in. Who cares? But yeah, so there he is. There is the green Armored Batman, which this one, for some reason, stands a lot better on its own than my regular one. So, but yeah, we're not spending too much time there. I just wanted to show you guys that I actually got it because I was pretty excited. So, and a bunch of my buddies have been looking for me, but we've had no luck. But bang, yes, False God Superman. Super excited about this. I know a lot of people don't like this, but I like it. It's supposed to be the statue from the movie, which is really cool. I know people were complaining because they couldn't get him in the pose of the statue, and it's like, well, yeah, it's a Mcfarlane figure. You're lucky it bends at all. But I mean, I like it. I really wanted it. The only thing that sucks, though, is, like, I know it's supposed to be the statue. I wanted a flight stand with it. I wanted to have him up in the air, but he's the statue, so get back to work, right? So, but this is platinum, which, again, is kind of dumb because, like, it's not like there was a regular False God Superman. I mean, just regular Superman, right? So, but yes, we did find him at Target, finally. Finally. You don't even know. Last couple months, the wife has been getting Legos and been all happy every time we leave Target, and I've just been dragging my feet because I haven't found crap. But not yesterday. Huh? Not yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't get anything yesterday.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it? So, boom. I will take this out, though, because it might need the stand. So, you do get the card. The card is... I like how in the card these people are just blurred out. Like, you can't see the people's faces. They're blurred out. It's kind of like, okay. Was the back of the box like that, too? Yeah, they're way blurred out. I don't know why they did that. It looks like a terrible picture. Yeah, and of course this one still has the back of the boxes like this, or the inside of the boxes like this. That kind of weird stuff. So, you do get 2 alternate hands.
It's a statue.
I know. So, like, why do you get alternate hands? Yeah. So, you get a left fist and a right hand. No. They're both left hands. Did I get screwed? I'll have to look at my other one and see if they're the same hand. They're both left hands. So, yeah, you get a left hand fist and a left hand to hold something. But what is it, Allie?
It's a statue.
It's a statue. So oh, no, you do get other hands, too. Sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
Didn't even see them. Didn't even see them. But again, it's a statue. They gave him some interesting hands. You get a right pointer finger hand. And a completely open hand. Right hand. That's weird. Kind of interesting. But, okay. Because it's what?
A statue.
Oh, this thing's cool, though. Come on. And if it's a statue, why does he have a wired cape? You give a cape, a statue a wired cape, Mcfarlane, but I can't get a regular Superman? Like, come on. Okay. This thing's cool. I like it. I know a lot of people are not a fan of this thing, but I think it's cool. I actually really think it's cool. I just need a flight stand for it, for sure, because I definitely don't think I'm going to get it in the statue pose. So, y'all have seen me try to pose figures. Those are probably the best figures I've posed. Boom! Oh. Sorry, I thought he was good to roll, but... Tell me, do you bleed? You will. Face looks great. Honestly, for just being like a chromed out face, it looks really, really cool. I love the chest piece. I love that he did this, the texture on that. Hey, I was getting there. Because one, I'm a huge fan of that texture to begin with, but it really does kind of make it look more like a statue to me, which is really cool. Wow, he's leaning for a statue, though. There's the side. Again, the face looks fantastic. If he could just always do a chromed out face, huh? Boom. Again, the cape. The cape's actually really cool. It is wired, which is really awesome. And it's really thin. But it looks awesome. How does his back look? I didn't even look. Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Chrome. But yeah, he looks awesome. Again, you can just see that cape. I barely have moved it, and it wants to stay really nice. So
It's the Silver Surfer. I'm just kidding.
Do not compare False God Superman to Silver Surfer.
Honestly, I don't like the texture on it. Honestly.
Why?
It's a statue. It should look more like stone, you know?
No.
No?
I like it, so screw you. Okay, so I get what you're saying, though. I'm a huge fan when he actually does this texture. I know a lot of people don't like the texture either, but I think this thing is really cool. So his right hand on here is a fist hand, and then his left hand is like the palm hand, kind of. So you do get a fist hand for that left hand if you want to do 2 fist hands, and then you do get some open hands for the right hand if you want to. As far as articulation, this is a Mcfarlane, like usual, so double knees. This is moving great. Toe joint is there, even though you shouldn't need it for a statue, but there it is. Boom. And ab crunch, about the same as every Mcfarlane. Nothing great, nothing bad. Boom, arms are good. The bicep swivel is there, and he does have the butterfly joints in there. Wrist joints are good. This Mcfarlane's one of the first ones in a while, though, where my ankles have been really good. The head all the way around, up, and, wow, way up. That's actually really good. And down. But it's a statue, so it shouldn't move. It's like the Tin Man here. So, but I like this thing. I'm super, super happy I found this. I honestly don't know like what hands I'm gonna put on. I need to find a flight stand, or I just need to steal a flight stand from one of my others. But he's really cool. This is one of my favorite Supermans, I think. Again, I might be the only one who thinks that. You guys will have to let me know what you think. If you guys think this guy is cool or not, but I'm all about this false god Superman. I love it. It was one of my favorite scenes in the movie when the guy was spray painting him false god, which is really cool.
Is that Wheelchair Man?
Was it? No, was it?
Wasn't he hanging from it?
I think he's the one who blows up. Yeah, I think he was the one who did it in the movie. Grandma's peach tea. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, Grandma's peach tea. But yeah, so really cool. These two are fantastic. I love them. But again, you know, I've told you guys this before. Batman vs Superman. I love that movie. I love the actors who played in those. Vampire Batman, Pattinson, not my Batman, but whatever. But really cool. So these still are popping up at Targets, and I will not be surprised if now next week we'll see them both at the Walmarts by us, because all they have is Green Lantern. So you can still find these. So again, like the wife said, stay patient with Pokemon cards. Stay patient, because I almost traded a couple things for these, and I almost decided to pull the trigger and spend like $40 on it. Glad I didn't. These you don't really have to worry about. These are pretty easy to find. Mm-hmm. So fantastic. So remember, all these are Target exclusive. These are at Walmart and Target. And GameStop as well. I have not seen either one at GameStop, but a lot of people have. So you can still find those easily. But I'm honestly, all 5 of these are pretty great. Banger, 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 banger. You know, so I'm super happy. You guys will have to let me know. Do you guys like these Pokemon Selects? Who do you think they do next? And if you actually know, just tell me, because I always forget to look it up. I'm hoping Lugia. I really am. But Snorlax would be awesome, but they won't do Snorlax. So, Funko Pops, though, are coming out with Dratini, the Cinnabon dog. I don't know his name, but the one that looks like a Cinnabon. And then I didn't show you this morning. The other one in it is Gardevoir, which is really cool. So, Funko Pops, yeah. Oh, Gardevoir, Funko. Yeah. Really cool. I would like a Gardevoir of these, too. That would be fantastic. You thought I already had one.
I did.
We don't. Don't even have a Gardevoir. Sad, right?
What am I thinking of, then?
I don't know what you're thinking of. Don't know.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh. But yeah, so, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you like the False God? Do you like these Pokemon? Do you like the hint of green? I do. Follow us on Instagram. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, that's all we got. We will hopefully have some things. Actually, we will have some things next week. I had 2 things shipped that is... actually forgot about one of them. And the other one is kind of like a dial piece. So, really excited for those. Yeah, so hope you guys have a great week. Hopefully you find some good stuff. If you guys are looking for Pokemon cards, hang in there. But also, don't be punching people in the face like the people at Costco. You guys are dumb. They're Pokemon cards. Come on, okay? And since TikTok's gone now, you guys can't open them on TikTok. Sorry, I don't really care. But yeah, don't be a dick. It's Pokemon cards, right? Come on. All right. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are fantastic. And as always, collectors never stop collecting.